Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warieka LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warieka LTV. Keep it locked.
No, I'm gonna tell you. We as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? You see? Set the path for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Aye. Yes, aye. Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I First. And all things that's good. See? I'm just go over dental procedure done for my mouth star, so I'm still have the anesthetic in there. So I make use of the lulling of the pain while it lasts. For give the item some updates. You see, but I'm saying recently in a newspaper where welcome our viewers and subscribers. Pardon my manners. I'm still researching while I speak. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe and let's go to the channel. You see, recently, like yesterday, I've seen a news brief or something like that where the health minister for Jamaica, Dr. Tufton, is basically indicating that Vybes Kartel would be an asset in the drive to get the vaccination awareness across the spectrum. Seen? So me I look upon it and I say, you know, it's like what really happened this, you know, it's like a basic confirmation to the claims of Vybes Kartel that makes in persecution is as a result of the influence that he's got on the masses in Jamaica, which is quite true. You know, I think Vybes Kartel on his own per quota is far more effective and influential than all of the politicians put together on a whole. You know, see, so that acknowledgement, you know, it just readily goes to validate Vybes Kartel's claim and my claim as well, because I know I saw the system of Jamaica state, because it's lazy and depraved, you know, it's threatened by anybody who show any level of interest or anybody where the people them show any form of interest in a, you know, as a voice or something like that. Seeing the politician them target them, try to dehumanize and characterize them in a certain light. You know, see, Jamaican politicians are threatened by that, and they shouldn't be allowed to really cast any aspersions on anybody while they themselves are got questionable character. You know, see, so we want to look at it, so the stone where the builder refused has essentially become the head cornerstone in another fight here. You know, see, because here is our elected sitting minister, member of parliament, which should be far more influential than any other member of the society, given the resource and the office, the honors that was bestowed upon them type of people here. You know, see, we tried to find where Tufton made the appeal, but we can't find it. I mean, I'm going to waste some more time and look for it, because, you know, see, it's there. A lot of people might have heard it and things like that. See? But on the back of it, you know, when this influence is beneficial to the item. See, that's where the expression come from when we say morality only applies when it's being applied by the benefactor. You know, see it? Because if that are the case where them convict Vybes Kartel as a society, convict Vybes Kartel and put him one side as a murderer, alleged murderer, what sort of interaction or dealings you're supposed to want to have with that type of character there? You know, see, if you truly and strongly believe to yourself that this person is undoubtedly guilty of the crime that he was accused, you know, your just your normal moral bearings, I tell you, say you're not supposed to have no sort of dealings with that person, especially when it comes on to the interest of the general public. If you truly believe that person is guilty of such a heinous crime that you all claimed in the early days, when you never see the necessity or the need for Vybes Kartel influence. You see, now I wonder what kind of justification you know use based on the facts of, well then, whatever imagination or skills, tactics Vybes Kartel could have employed. It's, it's atrocious just to think so, well, you know, a politician them feeling themselves so they are not imaginative enough to convince the public that something that they claims meant well should be taken. You see it. So leave a whole heap of question there. So again, you know, why would you need somebody outside of the sphere of government to come employ their somebody, not even somebody outside of the sphere of society, as a matter of fact, should say. You know, he's a prisoner, convicted prisoner according to you. See, you shouldn't want to have anything to do with this type of character. Nowhere else in the world may ever hear them type of thing that happen. Just through lack of imagination, which is a case as type of thing what we are got through is like solidarity are the key in all of this. Most people see a line when it comes to the protection and the, from the whole virus and thing like that. So when I really have no problem understanding certain degree preventative measures, seeing we can afford, seeing. So it shouldn't be impossible for our own elected officials them, task themselves with the duty of advising and educating the people them on the efficacy, the significance and the need for such a thing. Seeing why you're gonna need a convicted murderer to come do your dirty works here or your clean works for you, what type of work, whichever work you want to have. Sound more like a bribe or a shot across cartel about do this or else type of thing, Me not no doubt in my mind what the reply from Vybes Kartel will be in any case. See, in any case, there should have to be a negotiation in terms regarding my freedom, immediate freedom. We're not wait on the Privy Council either. See, so morality only applies when when the applicator is the one benefiting from the result of the morality. See, because just recently, less than 2 weeks ago, less than a fortnight ago, Vybes Kartel did an interview with Fox 5 News where he expressed him concerns and, what he thinks is the reason for him being inside a prison, and it's abject corrupt government him talk about who sent him there on the pretense that he is too influential in the society that they are trying to govern. Still, I remember the said government come out and admit say Vybes Kartel is most influential and would be an asset in in the campaign to get the people to take up the vaccination offer and things like that. You see, where to me and to most people is another petty attempt at public relations by our so-called lazy leader them. You see, because end of the day, not like I'm saying Vybes Kartel is guilty of what he's being accused, but he was found guilty by a court, so-called quote-unquote court of law in Jamaica. A justice system, a justice system that used selective justice on the people in the society that it was meant to, govern. Just like me always highlight the Kentucky kid case where the police purposely target and what I call it, troll and can't remember the other word, Stark Kentucky kid. Then Kentucky kid made various reports and various cry for his life publicly. Nobody paid attention yesterday when he was killed questionably. Everybody was quick to go with the report of the said person that was being accused of the said institution that was being accused of mistreating him and misappropriation of public authority. You see, and it just go under the woman down there, the ugly woman down there, we call herself DPP. You see, I don't know how she sleep at night, feeling comfortable and true to herself, knowing all the wrongs that and the inequality and the selectivism that she has perpetrated across the society of Jamaica right through the time when she operate. You understand what I say? It come back again for sure another high profile case with the X5 killer, questionable situation, questionable answers and alibis. You see it. And all of these things were accepted. Some little petty joke alibis and allegation and all of them things, and it just swept under the carpet because another little poor youth died in the car. See, the taxi driver who was meant to be the witness was left to the whim of the accused, who's a very rich and powerful player in the whole thing. You see it. You see it. So, based on the evidence against them people there, if they were allowed to be given like a level of consideration, judicial consideration due to doubts and things like that. I mean, from my knowledge, from what I've observed with the case of Vybes Kartel, certainly whether we agree with him or not, he should have deserved the same, he should have been offered or, enabled the same level of consideration with so much doubt in the case. I've observed murder trial before, I've sit through murder trials, supported people on trial for murder and things like that. Like it's like living the case. And we know the type of things them that can easily get a case thrown out, a murder case thrown out, because a murder case is far more delicate than any other ordinary case, because this is the event where you're taking somebody's life upon a guilty verdict. You see, because being sentenced to life means your life has been taken away. Seen when you get, as a matter of fact, when you get brought to any prison, you've been delivered to the staff as a body, not as a live human being. You see, so it kind of, surprising to the level of diplomatic dignity. For see, Tufton come out and publicly announce it. We all know the Vybes Kartel is far more influential than you are. You understand? But me I look on writing at the time when Vybes Kartel say he is being persecuted because of his influence. Yeah? Here comes a politician make reference to that very same fact. You see, so even I and other people who are on the sideline who might not be familiar or intimately connected to the charges, the trial and the conviction of Vybes Kartel, here it goes now, because at the end of the day, all the evidence were there. And in a normal case, yes, it could be so. But even the fact so if somebody, I've got you, so well then I've got ulterior motive or personal feelings against you, see, these evidence could always be looked at as being fabricated, given the fact that, well, then you're a public figure and it's essentially society is coming up against you, very powerful people, and you think it's because of your influence, again, over society. It's like a political crime, a crime against a political opponent, like the same thing where it happened to Shatawale down Uganda. Shatawale name? Anyway, the youth of Uganda were run for the president with the, I not quite remember the name, where them locking him out, even after them claims him lose the election. You see, so them level of sanction there, subordination and subjugation there. You see, because of your influence. And if you make the claim there from morning and no, you know, it fall upon deaf ears because everybody say, it's a claim, who's gonna see you as that important? Because a lot of people would not have observed or acknowledged the influence of Vybes Kartel have upon the popular masses. Seeing so it would have come like a far-fetched claim. Seeing, you're just an entertainer, who cares? You're just an entertainer, that's all you are. And you got fans. See, you know, the pull or the influence of such. You understand me? But when no member of parliament, I mean, after so many years, you see, they can't come say, no, Vybes Kartel, it shouldn't be no that Vybes Kartel developed this level of influence. It has obviously been a following from then. You see, so it's nice to see how the Privy Council is going to consider this as new evidence as well to support Vybes Kartel's claim. Because regardless of what a guy wants to say, you know, it's his word against yours. And if him I gotta have some word, but still I gotta confirm your words as being true, then watch out. You know, this looks suspicious. You know, new consideration has to be applied the circumstances by which the evidence were brought forward, by which they were considered, you know, and things like that. All of these things are possible. Me see Vybes Kartel walking a road very soon as a sure shot. You know, see it coming through the English judiciary system. If him do walk is a reward to some politician in Jamaica from them political alliance abroad for some duties that they might have successfully pulled off for the friends and family of whoever, you see it, and still again, me see how that benefit them. Them ego, obviously, because again, like I explained earlier, Jamaican politicians are so fickle due to them fragile reputation that them see every influence as a challenge to them authority. Every outside influence, people who's got certain level of pull or respect amongst the general public as a whole. You understand what I say? So, with that said, you know, this looks like a strong development that might fly, flown over the public's head without realizing it. You understand what I say? So, you know, it's a good look for Vybes Kartel. Another good look again. You see it. And I could see who are going. A lot of people can look on it and say the minister only mean that, yes, he's a DJ, he's influential, he can say two things and whatsoever. Listen, if you are gonna just jump out there and say something, yeah, without literally contextualizing what you're saying, seeing it, you just leave your suggestion or your argument to, you know, all sort of abuse, all sort of assumption and things like that. You see it, and that me see it happening in this case, yeah. You see it. We talk about influence, we talk about reasons for being your conviction, and obviously the Prime Minister and the politician more feel like say you have got more influence as a convicted criminal, even after being convicted for so long. You've got more influence over the public than they do. You know? Watch this space. Anyway, we give thanks. Share, like, and subscribe. In the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Rastafari.